Again, quickly on to Tikon Poleski, our current #1 championship position leader. And entering in with a ton of angle, gets around that inside clip. Smooth through his first transition and filling that next outside zone. Another very smooth transition from Tikon Poleski as he settles into clip 5 in that wall ride. Last and final one here. And he does hit that inside clip quite a bit there, but filling the next outside zone. Patrick. And again, we're back around to Tikon Poleski, currently sitting on a 95.3. A bunch of clutch kicks there through that first turn. Gets that inside clip and settles into a really good line here as he pours on the angle in that outside zone and then flicks into the wall ride. Staying along that track edge and along that wall. Last and final one here. Just does get around that inside clip and fill in that last and final outside zone.
Tikon Poleski in the lead position in the S14. Brandon Patrick giving chase in that Ferrari as they initiate in. Tikon off to a good initiation. Brandon really pushing hard to catch up to Tikon and putting that pressure on early off that first inside clip as they come through the Manji section. Brandon's leaving no room for error as they come onto the roll ride of clip 5. Really, Brandon putting on that pressure again. Tikon just sticking out front, doing what he needs to do, putting it through that final inside clip. This where some ground could be lost, but Brandon does a good. The light goes solid and off they go. Get through the gate clean. Brandon getting a good getaway. Tikon right there as they initiate in. Tikon right with them, matching that angle and line. A good line though from Brandon in that lead position through that first inside clip. Tikon sticking with them, but Brandon really doing what he needs to do. But look at the pressure from Tikon as they come into clip 5, just sticking right with them. Not as big of a gap as the previous chase from Brandon. A little bobble there and a tap from the chase position as they finish out. Yeah, we'll just send him off for, I mean, not that he needs any more practice, but I guess he's getting more practice. So show us what you can do, Tikon. Make it nice and flashy for everybody out here. We call him the robot for a reason, because it doesn't matter who he's up against. He can put this car exactly where it needs to go. And look at that. Right up against the wall. Even going into it a little bit there. Leaving some of his green back bumper on it. He finishes out that bye run. The lights go solid and the top 8 gets underway. They head down the line and initiate in. Lots of angle from Polessky out front, but Oliver doing a good job to keep it there, almost not leaving enough room for that transition as they come through the Manji section. Oliver is giving everything he's got to go up against Tikon Poleski, going wheel to wheel with them through clip 5 on this wall ride. Transitioning for the last 3 clips. Too hard goes Oliver and hits Tikon Poleski, but it doesn't. Second half of this battle, Oliver Eppinger out front. Tikon Poleski now going to give chase. We see them initiate in. Lots of angle there from Tikon Poleski. They both go wide for that inside clip. Oliver Eppinger is just going to try and make it work here through the Manji section, as there's the big surge from Tikon Poleski, putting it on the door and getting it nice and deep into that wall ride as well. Oliver going to make a good transition into that inside clip. The light goes green, or the light goes solid, and off we go. Initiating in is Tikon Poleski with a lot of angle, grabbing that inside clip. KO having to sacrifice a lot of that inside line and take out that inside clip as they come through the Manji section now. Really on the bumper there as they transition into clip 5, putting it up on the wall. KO doing a great job of getting right onto the door of Tikon Poleski as they come through that final inside clip. KO literally on the door of Tikon. The lights go solid in the second half of this battle is underway. Who's going to be the first driver to make their way into one of the podium spots as KO initiates in. It does a good arc into that first inside clip. Right behind him, though, and on his door very closely is Tikon Poleski as they come through the Manji section and into clip 5. Tikon surges up, tries to get on the door of KO Fonseca, leaving just a little bit of room there, though, as they come through and transition into this final inside clip. Tikon now gets onto the door, but ready for their one more time battle. The light goes solid and off they go. Who will end up in one of them podium spots as Tikon sends it into that first inside clip, but right beside him again is KO Fonseca, putting it on the door through the transition as we see them come into clip 5 now. KO's got to make that same surge and get up onto the door of Tikon. Can't really get it as he has to back out for the transition here into this final inside clip, sacrificing a lot of the inside line and really to go into one of them podium spots. Will it be Tikon? Will it be KO? Initiating in, KO Fonseca coming in, going too wide for that inside clip. Tikon sticks right there with him as they transition down to this Manji section and transition through it into clip 5 now, this wall ride. Tikon going wheel to wheel with KO and almost door to door as they come through to the transition for the final inside clip. Pushing hard is Tikon right up against KO as they finish S14 up against Pro Drift Academy's S15. Alan Hines is for round 7 Virtual Drift Championships here at Modelo Park. Lots of angle from Tikon. Tikon goes wide to the first inside clip, and Alan almost pushes them off the track as he tries to adjust for that angle difference as they come through the Manji section into clip 5. On the door now is Alan Hines to Tikon Poleski. A mistake from the robot. This is insane right now as Alan Hines is still on the door of Tikon all the way through to the as we get onto it. The second half of the battle. Alan Hines out front. Tikon giving chase. Tikon almost hits the front of Alan Hines off the initiation as they come through that inside clip. Look at this. Look how close Tikon's trying to get. Alan Hines doing a good job out front here as they come into clip 5. Tikon really going door to door with Alan, keeping it all the way around clip 5. Little bit of a gap there as they come into the transition. Inside perfectly by Alan Hines. Tikon right on the door though, pushing Alan Hines.